Last time on Seawig's Animations.
There was only one girl that I actually really liked, and her name was Lena. I thought Lena was truly the girl of my dreams. She was just roasting me. Now she's looking at me like she wanna do me. They tell me that she's flirting with me, and I'ma have to flirt back if I wanna bag her. I text her, do you wanna be my girlfriend? Duh, what took you so long? I was so hyped, but sadly, it only took 24 hours for her to show me how unloyal she was. So last episode I left off detailing how I shot my shot at my crush and I greened it. Now, I would have loved to spend the rest of the night texting or being on the phone with my new wifey, but sadly, I wouldn't be able to because I had to go on a camping trip. Now, side note, I was a Boy Scout. That's right. The ones who tie knots and get badges, I was one of them. So as a Boy Scout, you gotta go on camping trips. I'd explain and get into the specifics, but I don't really feel like it. So all you need to know are camping trips are essentially mandatory for Boy Scouts, you know what I'm saying? And on this weekend specifically, I was scheduled to go on one of these camping trips in the middle of the woods in upstate New York during November, and we couldn't use any electricity nor any electronics. Yeah, it was gonna be a tough weekend. So I asked her out on a Friday night, and the same night I was leaving to go upstate for this trip. But it's only a weekend though, you know? I won't see her for only 2 days. Our relationship could last that, right? Right? Well, you read the title of the video. So my parents dropped me off at the campsite that night. I had set up my tent in the dark, texted my girl good night, shut off my phone to save power, of course, and then I had went to sleep in the freezing cold. Now, Saturday morning comes, and me and the other scouts are ordered to fill up some jugs with water before breakfast starts. Now, I had actually gone to this camping trip with 3 other Boy Scouts who were from my hometown. Chris, Carl, and one of my friends named Naeem. Now, while we were getting this water, we were just talking, chopping it up. And I don't remember how this came to be the topic of the conversation, but we were somehow talking about coochie. Now, Carl, who was like my age or like a little older, asked me whether or not I've seen coochie in real life. Now, I feel like everybody knows at least one nigga who makes getting bitches and having intercourse their personality. Like, you'll be in an argument with them, and when they're losing, they're all like, but I get more bitches than you though. 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 Bro, we were talking about basketball. So Carl asked me this. Now, I obviously wasn't clapping cheeks at 11 or 12, and neither was this nigga, but I didn't want to look like a loser. So I was like, of course I've seen coochie. Man, I've been in some. And they were like, whose? And I was like, my girlfriend's. Now, I was indeed lying about all of that, but I had to let niggas know I was about that, even though I wasn't. So Chris is like, what does she look like? So I asked Naeem for his phone to show them since I turned my phone off. So I go on Instagram, type her name in and show them. And these niggas start laughing. And they're like, yo, this your girl, bro? Say word. She is chopped, bro. What is you doing? She is dirt. What am I looking at? Nah, yo. Like, they ain't even hit me with the at least you're happy, bro. Nah, they just straight up started violating me. So I'm just silent, cause Lena was a little chopped. But as a comeback, cause I had to say something, I said, at least I got a girl though, nigga. And Carl's like, oh yeah? Well, how about we text her on Naeem's phone and see what she does? Now, when he said this, he was essentially saying he was gonna put her on a loyalty test type thing, having Naeem flirt with her and see what she does from there. So I hear this, and I'm like, go ahead. She gonna curve him. My wife is loyal. Plus, if she goes on his profile, she'll see that I'm following him and this is my friend. So they text her, yo, on Naeem's account, and she responds within 2 minutes saying, hey, with 2 Y's. It could be worse than 2 Y's, right? At least it's not 3. Maybe she's just wondering why he texted her. There's no reason to lose hope yet, So they continue the conversation and say, I just wanted to hit you up and say you looked absolutely beautiful. Within seconds, she then says, thank you. You look good ASF yourself. Hard eyes emoji. Oh my Lord. My heart sunk. But don't worry, because it gets much, much worse. So Naeem says, you got a boyfriend by any chance? She then says, no, why? I felt like someone just did a Mortal Kombat finish move on my soul. So now everybody's like, oh nah. They're laughing sort of, but not dragging it, because everybody understood the severity of what just happened and the fact that I just lost my bitch. So Naeem stops texting because we already got all the info we needed. So everybody's looking at me and Naeem's like, So what are you gonna do now, bro? Like, she is Trish material. And before I could even think of my next move, we hear an Instagram notification. I look at Naeem's phone and I realize that she double texted him. After she replied to what Naeem said with a no why, she said, "You trying to fix that?" At this point, I was in shock. So much so that I was frozen, paralyzed. I couldn't move, speak. All I could do was watch. It was like I was in the sunken place. So after everyone realized I was broken, Carl was like, let's see how far she would take it. They then say to her, yeah, I am. I need to see you soon though so we can make it happen. And I'm gonna wanna kiss when I see you. Bro, she says, please see me soon. And don't worry, you'll get way more than a kiss. Moaning emoji. More than a kiss? Bitch, you're 12. What are you gonna give him? At this point, bro, I was beyond crushed. The girl that I fantasized over, romanticized, and who I thought was the girl of my dreams was a mutt. I ain't know who this girl was. So they end the conversation there, and I knew I had to press her on this. Now, I left my phone in my tent, and we weren't allowed to go back to our tents until the end of the day. Now, I don't remember anything else I did that day, but I do remember is as soon as I got back to my tent, I went straight for my phone. So I powered my phone back on, and it turns out she actually messaged me like hours ago. And I was a little excited, you know? Deep down, I hoped it was like an explanation or something. So I opened her message, and she said, we should break up. I think I need to focus on myself right now, and we were better off as friends anyways. Yeah, that's right. She wanted to break up with me after cheating on me. I texted her, okay, and as I was about to type this long ass paragraph confronting her, my phone dies. And I'm just sitting there in my tent in the dark and cold, reminiscing on how I lost it all in the span of a day. I went home the next morning. Lena ended up getting a new boyfriend later that week, and I never confronted her. So yeah, man, that's the story. Takeaway of the story. Now, I can say a lot of deep and intelligent things that would make you think and wrap this up perfectly, but I think that the takeaway of the story can best be articulated by a Chris Brown quote. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. Yo, what's good, my N-words? How are y'all doing today? That was, of course, a rhetorical question. You're not supposed to answer that, dummy. I know you're doing marvelous. You just watched this video, duh. By the way, I was thinking, I truly don't care about doing a face reveal. So if y'all want to see what I look like, my personal IG is at c.jux on Instagram. And, you know, follow if you want. I don't really care. Anyways, aside from that, these next upcoming videos about to be lit, bro. So I hope you got your post notifications on. I ain't gonna spoil nothing, but there's gonna be a few special features, if you know what I'm saying. And that's pretty much it with the announcements. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, along with sharing, bro. That's how we grow as a community. You know that. Remember, I love you, and peace.